Hi, we're the Great British Gamers, and today we're reviewing Resistance: Fall of Man on the PlayStation 3.
Now this is a PS3 exclusive, so it's quite good. It takes place in England. There is Resistance 2, which takes place in America, but the first one's set in England. So the basic story is a race called the Chimera have invaded Europe. It's in Russia, and they spread all over Europe, and then they're trying to take over England, and we got to stop them.
The time era is about 1951, if you can see at the bottom there. So it's about the time where the Second World War would be happening, but it's like an alternate past that could have happened instead of like World War II. So anyway, this is like halfway through. This is in Manchester, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Manchester. So as you can see, it's first-person shooter. You can see they're the Chimera over there, if you can see. Just aliens with like backpacks, but yeah, they're quite intelligent.
I mean, it's like your standard first-person shooter. You've got all your weapons, you've got grenades, you can duck, you can zoom, all that stuff you know and love. But there are some like kind of new weapons, and because this is made by Insomniac, the people who made Ratchet and Clank, you've got quite some imaginative weapons, I guess you could call them. Like, I mean, you've got ones that can launch shields and you can shoot through those shields, but your enemies can't. All stuff like that.
As you can, like, if you know Ratchet and Clank graphics, they're quite cartoony.
And
these are slightly cartoony, but they still keep it real as well.
It feels a lot like Ratchet and Clank, just style-wise, just the way Insomniac make their games. It feels a lot like it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just makes it slightly different. It's a good first-person shooter, definitely.
Now here I'm using like the standard like human weapon, but you can also, there's like a variety of weapons. Like you can use the Chimera weapons, like this gun for example. It's called the Bullseye.
Like you've got all your ones, like you can have snipers, you've got shotguns, everything.
Yeah. And there's like different types of grenades, like this hedgehog. I'll show you here. Oh crap. Well, as you can see, it fires out loads of needles.
Think of this game like kind of like Call of Duty, kind of like mixed with Halo, if you like, with all the different weapons, with a bit of Ratchet and Clank mixed in there. It's quite a hard game to compare anything to, but I'd say it's closest to like Medal of Honor or Call of Duty, just because of the time era it's set in. I mean, as you can see, the graphics are quite good, and like it's got quite a good musical score. There's not a lot playing throughout the whole game, just like the bullets and the shouting of the soldiers, but I know it creates an atmosphere and it works. You don't have unlimited ammo or unlimited health. You have to pick up health off the floor or guns off the floor, but it does add to the intensity when you're in battle and you're running low on ammo, so you have to try and search for some. So I think that's quite a good feature. I mean, there is a demo on the PlayStation Store that you can download. Just check if it's your sort of game, because I mean, this wouldn't be everyone's sort of game. But anyone who's a fan of shoot 'em ups that use a controller like this, I mean, if you've ever played any shoot 'em ups on the PS2, you'll feel right at home here. If you didn't really like them, if you didn't really like the control setup, things won't be too different here. I mean, when this first came out, this was a launch title, and to this day it still stands out as one of the better titles for the system. So, I mean, it is a really good game. Great graphics, great controls.
As you can like see, the game gets intense, like bullets like flying everywhere and like all these aliens just swarming around you. But that's what makes the game like good, because it's just so frantic a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's quite an intense kind of game.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and the storyline's pretty good as well.
Like, the storyline is you play as a character called Hal, and he gets infected by the Chimerian virus, and he slowly starts to change physical abilities and stuff like that, and you play through his experiences, and like these are just, you're playing through his life in the army, so that's quite a cool feature. Like there's a Chimera right there. You've got different types of Chimera as well. You've got like little insects things you have to destroy.
There's some here.
Yeah, best to use like a shotgun or something. You've got hybrids which have really strong weapons, like they're those insect things. You've got all types of things. You've got so many different weapons. You've got a gun that can shoot through like solid matter, so like walls or whatever. You've got snipers, standard kind of snipers. As I said, you've got a gun that shoots out a shield and you can shoot through that. You've got a gun that you can put a homing dart on something and all your bullets will be directed towards that dart. So the weapons, as I said, are quite imaginative.
There's not a great number of weapons, but the weapons are certainly different.
Yeah, like all the grenades and stuff, you've got quite a variety.
The 2-player feature, co-op in the mission, just good though.
Yeah, there is
It's quite a hard game.
Yeah, it is quite a hard game.
Does help. Having
Co-op splits the screen in half, so you've got this screen is split. It's not split horizontal; it's split vertical. So you've got each side of the screen instead of top and bottom, which is fine. It does have online multiplayer, which is quite good. And as I said, it isn't everyone's kind of game, because it is quite a hard game, even on the easiest setting. It doesn't support trophies, but I believe its sequel does, Resistance 2. Yeah, Resistance 2. There might be like an update in the future that adds trophies, but at this moment we don't have trophies yet.
Now, we've already mentioned stuff about guns, but I feel like in this game the guns each have their own different characteristics. Like this gun, because it's got such a high rate of fire, it's used when there's just so many people in front of you and you can just go mental with it. And then you've got this gun here that's good for long range, just a general purpose gun. Then you've got shotgun obviously for close range, but it's just they're really good weapons.
It's quite a fun game. You can pick it up quite cheaply because it is a launch title, so it's quite old now. But it does stand up with the games that are being released right now, so it was kind of ahead of its time, I'd say, just in the way it is. So it's another good game from Insomniac. You can trust them with the games they make. They're quite a good developer. So that's about it.
Just leave you with a bit of gameplay and then we'll see you next time.
Double kill.
Yep.
Alright, that's some of the game. Hope you enjoyed the review.
Yep, we'll
Don't
see you
forget
next
to
time.
rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.